Hey guys, my game Aria Disconnect is coming to Kickstarter the 9th of August, and I figured why not make one devlog a week until the launch to tell you stuff about the game's development and more. So for starters, Aria Disconnect is a side-scrolling Super Nintendo-styled Metroidvania in a cyberpunk setting with a huge focus on story, puzzles, and exploration, where the bad guys are fought on the way. Aria Disconnect started out as an idea back in 2017, where I booted up Game Maker Studio to play around with some platformer ideas like jumping around, do small puzzles, hit enemies and such, where I used assets from another game I was building prior to this one. I am a huge fan of Super Metroid and Castlevania Symphony of the Night, so a lot of platforming and exploration ideas came from these games, of course. But there are also a lot of influences from a game called Alundra for PlayStation 1, where I have a lot of inspiration when it comes to puzzles, but also when I create the music for the game. After a couple of days, I started to tinker on some story concepts in my head, and a long story short, this is where we are now. So what is Aria Disconnect? Aria Disconnect is basically you as Harry, who is a tech engineer that gets connected to this matrix type of world called Endorega by a company called ENI, Endorega Neuro Intelligence. Cool, I know. Since you're connected to this matrix world, the whole game plays out in your own mind, where you have to figure out the typical stuff like why you're there and how to get out. And of course, there are a lot of things related to the story that happens while progressing through the game. Like this mysterious girl, for example, who appears a little here and there, and a mechanical sphere following you around called Aria. Now, let's look at some basics. You have your HP up in the left corner, where one energy spirit orb is equal to 100 health units, like in Super Metroid. And when you find more energy spirit orbs, you add 100 health units to your overall health. You can see the energy spirit orbs to the right of your health units after getting one. At the start of the game, you have your basic jumping around, running, crouching, and attacking. There are also permanent upgrades in form of chips, which are found scattered around the world or acquired from a particular fight or puzzle. By equipping these chips, you either add to the overall abilities related to the movement or related to your combat, which I think is super awesome. And these abilities will not just help you progress the story and to just be there for the sake of being there. They also help in exploring the world to find secret items or secret rooms. Very much Metroidvania stuff, but that's cool. Okay guys, that was a little about the game for now. I will show you more stuff in my next devlog coming up next week. As I said before, my game is coming to Kickstarter the 9th of August, and there's a pre-launch page up right now. The link is found in the description below, so make sure to visit the page. While there, make sure to click on the Notify Me on Launch button if you want to support me. It will increase the visibility rate, and that will help a bunch. I will release the game for PC, that's for sure. I also will try to get Aria Disconnect to Nintendo Switch. I just don't know how that will happen, but I'll try my best. It should not be impossible. There are some cool stretch goals that I'm currently planning, and some really cool stretch goals that are kind of set in stone. I cannot go into detail about all of them right now, but I really hope that some of them will get fulfilled, because those would add so much to the game. I can let you know what they are when the Kickstarter is live, so keep yourself posted by following my Kickstarter. To mention some of the stretch goals aside from the basic ones where you get the key and such, is a boss rush mode, a speedrun mode, to be able to create your own NPC, and to customize Aria, the mechanical sphere following you around, and cool stuff like that. Also, I have not decided if I want to include physical rewards, since they can be cumbersome to manage and to make come true compared to digital rewards. I could consider something like a coffee mug or so. I really would love to make a physical vinyl reward of the soundtrack, for example, but we have to see about that later on. I want to keep things simple as a start. With that said, there's a free demo available on Steam right now. The Steam link is also in the description below, so make sure to install the game and try it out. I have a hard time to estimate the length of the demo, but I think it's around 30-40 minutes plus, depending on how used you are to these types of games. Don't worry, there is a save feature so you can pause the game and pick it up from where you left. Aria Disconnect is still in development, so there may be bugs here and there. And of course, all feedback is welcome, so I hope you enjoy playing, and let me know what you think about the game in the comment section. Oh, and also my friend Conradical Games is coming to Kickstarter with this awesome Paper Mario-esque game called The Outbound Ghost, which is going live on Kickstarter next Monday, so that would be the 12th of July this month. And I have the privilege to be the composer for the game. I really look forward to create some awesome tunes for it. So make sure to check it out and support him too by following his Kickstarter. A link to his Kickstarter is also in the description below. So alright guys, I hope you enjoy playing the game and see you next week. Have a nice day!